almost 5 p.m. on Monday, August 26, 2019, heading for an attempt to Mt Willingdon, see how it goes. Solo trip, so it's gonna be something else. Icefields Parkway and Mosquito Creek. I'm only at 3.5 kilometers from the trailhead, but since that monster backpack, you can understand why I'm here at almost 6:30 p.m. Seems like Quartzite Col should be there. Supposedly, if you go higher on, I don't know, on the right, it's easier to descend over on the other side, but I got crampons and eye socks, so I'm not really that worried. Quartzite Peak and Mosquito Mountain. I've been there with Tom, Attila and Pavel. It was covered in snow. So yeah, still Mosquito Creek here, and looking back, Porcupine. I just left the Mosquito Creek trail. I now took on the left Mt Willingdon trail. Looks like the Porcupine is guiding me for now. Yeah. Continuing. Porcupines are a lovely animal, except some of them they are chewing any kind of rubber from vehicles or bikes, boots, whatever they can find. So these are porcupines where you park. You gotta make sure they don't have access to all of these items. Usually it's done with barbed wire. You don't see these mule deer too often. You rather see them on next to the highway. Or even in Calgary, you know. Well, actually there are no mule deer like this one, but still deer. No reacting. Should start running anytime. No, he's just figuring out which way I'm going. Or maybe he doesn't care. Let's have a nice view of the mountain with the deer in sight. Just passed this huge boulder near a creek, the creek that I was following, one of the branches, and still heading for Quartzite Col. Probably in about an hour and a half I'll have to BV. It's gonna get dark. Good morning from these slopes. I'm on a plateau here, I'll show you in a bit. I was BVing last night over there on the other side where are boulders, to be on safe locations from any potential grizzlies that might otherwise travel in these open areas or along the creek. It was quite chilly. I woke up throughout the night, I don't even know, maybe 10 times. But I managed to get some sleep nevertheless. I'm looking now at Quartzite Col, where I'm heading for. The most important part is to, well, I'm going to follow the GPS track anyway. I hope they went along the section I'm referring to now, that it's easier than if you go at the lowest point on a col where it's supposed to be harder. Actually, it's quite difficult according to trip reports. So yeah, it's a beautiful day here. Some clouds, but it's not supposed to rain for a couple of days, and that's what's important here. My backpack is just a bit lighter than yesterday, since I drank and ate quite a few of my stuff. It will still go down later on, but for now, slow and steady, I continue. A marmot sitting on a boulder. I am heading for the col. Yeah, the marmot. It's not gonna run away. He's not afraid. For that col, Quartzite Col, from where I gotta descend on the other side. Yeah, I came from the valley that direction, and then on the left all the way to the highway 93. Oddly enough, there is a spring there, but I saw some kind of algae. It's very strange looking, and I didn't like it, so I didn't bother to get water from there. Also, if I was looking more towards the right there, the water is clearer. I mean, it's pure, no algae, but at the time it don't occur to me. That's the marmot. Looks pretty old. Yeah, in a sense, well, from the spring it can be polluted by the marmot, but anyway. So I shall continue now. I suppose there are a couple of goats. This is the other one. And the other one is moving now. It's better visible. You can see it up below the ridge. I'll film them again maybe in a bit. Yeah, I'm ascending towards Quartzite Col. So far so good. I see a lake now. Oh yeah, that's one of those by Highway 93. Let's see again. I'll check it in a bit. I'm at Quartzite Col, a super duper spectacular panorama from here, and I should be at the right spot for descending. It's here. The ascent to get here from the bottom, from the creek, pretty much, was quite easy. Very stable terrain all throughout. Yeah, I'm just going to put my crampons on and lose all this elevation. How about that? And Willingdon should be, I don't even know. Odd. Those three? Yeah, has to be. So Willingdon is one on the left. And another 11,000er is, I believe, the one on the right, not the one in the middle. But I might be wrong. Wow, it's still so far. Unbelievable how far it is. I mean, normally people on a first day they camp near the lake over there. I camp, but my trip was only 4 hours. Yesterday I camped over there at the boulder field. Here I put my crampons. This was a perfect chair with, as you can see, for the back, and I'm going to be descending here. It's my socks and crampons. It's kind of demotivating when you see how far it is, but I came so far, I might as well give it a try. Yeah, as you can see the orange ribbons, I'm traversing instead of going straight down. That is pure ice, and there are lots of rocks ready to be released. It's like playing Russian roulette, and I'm not up for that kind of game on a solo trip, on any trip. So I'm just gonna try to zigzag. Even this boulder looks so ready to go downhill. It's gonna be a big bang when they land down. I don't know which way to go. But in any case, look how beautiful it is. The 3 peaks of Willingdon, the lakes, Devon Lake and the other ones. This huge valley supposedly has even wolves, and now they introduced bisons. They'll start moving in. I just hope I don't encounter any. Well, once I get down there anyway. Still some ways to go. It's not easy. Very tricky. Very tricky. But I'll have to figure out a way if I can. Instead of coming straight down, as I previously mentioned, I did a series of zigzagging and traverses, and then I ended up over there with the orange ribbon. I don't know if it's visible. I put many ribbons for the return, and I built a cairn. It's absolutely super loose and super steep. You see, even now, look at the rock. There are huge rocks I released, so on my way back it's not going to fall on me. But there are still plenty of loose boulders and rocks and whatnot. Very, very dangerous. You can see now the 3 peaks of Willingdon. This mountain is asking for a lot of sweat, you know. We'll see how far I can go. My power bank is dead. I still have 75% on my phone because I'm recording this trip, but eventually will obviously die at some point, so we'll see. What a beautiful valley, full with wildlife, dangerous wildlife, big game. I am at the final downslope from Quartzite Col, looking at the 3 peaks of Mt Willingdon and the unbelievably beautiful valley with lakes, and also in this direction as well. And I got a big dilemma. From here on in, also it's not difficult, it's very nerve-wracking. This section, all these loose boulders, nothing difficult, just takes lots of nerves and patience. And once I get onto the grass, it's gonna be a nice walk. But how far I can go? Willingdon, the true summit, the left one, is done via around to the left, and then up towards the right. So you attack from the left the ridge. But that's not the issue. The issue is the time, because if I was to leave now to return, obviously I wouldn't climb anything serious, even though just to get here is still very tricky. But I'm not required to stay overnight again. It's very cold. I don't know, maybe that down in the valley is gonna be a bit warmer than where I was, but I doubt it. And down there it's also very dangerous. All these bears, wolves, they can be there checking you out overnight on a solo trip. Kinda risky, you know. And then the return is going to be another super long. Yeah, I'll have to think for a few minutes before I take my decision. Meanwhile, this must be the most beautiful panorama I have ever seen. Second to none, really. All this green valley and mountains around. I'm almost at the green field, but this place doesn't give up easily. Look at these boulders. At least they are stable, so it's not really. It just takes patience and not much of a hazard. So yeah, this was really climbing another mountain, you know, getting to the Col and back down here. So a couple of picas, but they ran away. Obviously it's hard to film them here. They disappear after boulders. Look at that meadow. Extraordinary. Nice to be on the grass. That's where I descended from the Col over these boulders. Boy, that was tough going. Yeah, I'm going to save the file from my phone at this point. I want to leave the rest of the battery. I got about 50% for emergencies and for, I don't know, maybe I need it later. Yeah, so I gotta cross that creek, go to the other side. What a different world than down from that Col. Unreal. Yeah, instead of going down towards a valley, another valley, very wide, and it's a huge elevation loss again. I believe I'm just gonna turn around soon once I get to the high point over there and go home, because I really wasn't planning for so many delays. Clouds, hopefully they are not stormy clouds, but tomorrow and Thursday, tomorrow's Wednesday, it's supposed to rain again, and this area is a death trap for a lightning storm, that's for sure. You don't want to get caught here on a lightning storm. So yeah, unfortunately I won't be heading for Mt Willingdon. It won't happen this time. It's unfortunate, but it's the wisest decision I can take. Even as it is, I have a huge amount of kilometers to return, and I'll be spending another night out, and it's not that pleasant. It's pretty cold. Once I get to that point where I mentioned, to have a further view east, I will try to get back and get on the other side of the Quartzite Col before dark, and once I get on the other side I should be fine. I can be whenever it gets dark. My final point for this trip, this expedition, solo. Unfortunately, I'm turning around. From here I explained why in the previous clip. It is indeed for a solo trip. It's excessive amount of time and distance that I can't afford to take any further risks, especially in regards to the weather. But look what a magnificent point here. As you saw, another lake popped up. I'm wondering what that peak is, but even that peak I don't have time to do it. And it can be done from the opposite side, I believe. There must be a route from there. No need to ascend it from this side. Besides, by the time I will get there, it will be too dark for videos. What a lovely area, isn't it? Magnificent. After this I will do the last 360 very quickly. Yeah, I ascended back to the col. I'm now descending on the other side. I can't believe how easy it was. It's a straight hike, you know, on scree. When I ascended myself, I went further behind this cliff here, and that's why my descent was very, very tricky. As there's a cairn there, a few cairns there. Can't believe it, you know. It cost me so much time, but you know, somebody mentioned that it's high up on this side, but I didn't realize how high. I mean, I didn't want to just come all the way here just to check, because then you gotta go behind and around to the left and go down. It's not obvious from down there, of course. Anyway, so continue. It's getting dark soon. I'll try to see if I can get back to the parking lot before, I mean, so I don't spend another night here. I see if it's possible. Let me zoom on some 11,000ers. That looks like Mount Alberta. Is it? I don't know. I wouldn't know right now, especially. Those are the 3 peaks of what is called. In any case, I gotta go down and then left. It's a long way. But the good thing, it's all downhill from here, so it should be pretty fast.